So, hello there guys, this is Ryan here.
And this is other Ryan here.
And today we're going to be bringing you guys another update, and this was on the Steam official webpage for Five Nights at Freddy's. Now before we jump into this, we first want to clear up the fact that Scott has not been hacked. Scott is just a very successful troll. I think he got us all with that one. He basically posted something in regards to Five Nights at Freddy's saying, the game has been cancelled, and he put something on Game Jolt, and oh, it got me so hard. So yeah, based on that last reaction, if you can't already tell, that troll got me pretty hard.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, for you maybe, not for me. Moving on very swiftly. There was a post just before that which actually offered quite a lot of information for the community in regards to Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and what might be coming up.
Yeah, so this message basically said early beta testing successful, and within this announcement there was hidden meaning behind it.
Yeah, the community has done quite well with dissecting some of this meaning already, but some parts have been left untouched, and this is where we're going to jump in, guys, and we're going to try and shed some light on possibly some new information for you all to consider. So firstly, we're going to start with the title choice. So Scott particularly chose to give this post the name Early Beta Testing Successful. Scott usually keeps the games quiet, which kind of raises some alarm bells already. He doesn't really announce about this thing. And one portion in particular is when he states that he has 2 faithful beta testers, and apparently we already know who they are, or at least probably know, and by this I honestly believe he is referring to 2 of the game characters we've already seen, those being Mike Schmidt and Jeremy Fitzgerald.
From a previous video we done, you can see posters on the wall of what appears to be Jeremy Fitzgerald next to Chica.
Yeah, and with note to this, if this is in fact Jeremy Fitzgerald, then where on earth is Mike? Surely we're going to see a poster of Mike on the walls too, so we're about to see his identity also.
And could this mean that these 2 are now possibly running the attraction?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about that, it would kind of make sense, wouldn't it also? I mean, these 2 guys have had the hands-on experience of the actual, what you would experience if you was the night guard, so these guys would know how to do this to a professional standard, that is, scare the living crap out of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would actually link in quite nicely.
Going back to the actual announcement that we see, if we look closely, there are misspelled words, and if you know Scott, you'll know that he doesn't make a mistake at all. So from dissecting each letter of which he's added onto each word, you can actually make out a decrypted code, which basically says, my name is Springtrap.
Okay, so from this, we can gather that he might quite possibly be referring to the animatronic's identity, and this might mean that this animatronic is in fact called Springtrap. So the community who knew this as Salvage, we were actually not 100% there, but we were quite close.
Yeah, I believe it was just a community get-together name, almost, to agree on something, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think the community is also going to know this name. If we was to say Salvage, I think anyone in the community would still recognise this animatronic regardless, but we're going to have to get used to calling him now Springtrap, so this might take a while, but we're going to get there.
I actually put the word Springtrap through an anagram website into Google, and there was no like hidden name or anything. It quite literally is just Springtrap. So.
Yeah, so that probably goes to show we've reached the dead end here. We might possibly have the name of this animatronic.
Another portion of the announcement is actually the asterisks we can see near the bottom of the announcement. It says one of the features I didn't warn them about were and then it goes on for asterisks, and Brian has actually filled in what that could possibly be.
Yeah, so if we look at how many asterisks there is in fact 14 in total. Now, if we know Scott's been putting these small hints within this, we can try to assume that these asterisks might represent something, that is, each individual asterisk representing possibly a letter or something. Now, as I said before, there's 14 in total, and I believe that these asterisks are actually in representation of 2 words, that is, hidden cameras, with a space also counting as one of the asterisks.
It would make sense, as in the source code for scottgame.com, we can see Cam 15 written in the source code, so there's obviously 5 undocumented cameras we don't know about yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you went back on the image of the map, that is, and you inspected the elements, what you would find is Cam 15, all in capital letters, and this is quite obviously a reference to some kind of camera we, as Ryan said, have not seen, so Are we about to experience something that Scott's at the minute keeping secret from us, but when the game comes out, it's going to take us all by surprise?
Most definitely.
Okay then, so now moving on to the final point of this video, and it actually expands to the outer portions of not what's within this post. Alright, so if we think back to the names of the other animatronics, what we would notice is in relation to what type of animal they are, their name is actually an alliteration. For example, if we think about Foxy, of course he's a fox, so we have Foxy the fox. We also have Bonnie the bunny, Chica the chicken, etc, etc. You can see where we're going here. So this new animatronic is now named Springtrap. So this might give us a clue towards what animal it is, if an animal at all. The first thing that I actually thought about here is that he could possibly be called Salvage the Springtrap.
Quite possibly. I mean, I can't think of any animals off the top of my head that could possibly alliterate with Springtrap. It's a bit of a strange name.
something beginning with S, and it doesn't seem to resemble any animals almost beginning with S. I think one important thing though we should definitely take notice of is, as I said before, Bonnie is in fact a bunny, and bunnies are known to hop and spring. They have a springy ability within their legs, so with the name Springtrap, is this in reference to his animal counterpart?
That's what I was thinking also. I mean, but I'm trying to think if there's a species of rabbit maybe that begins with an S, but I can't really think of one in honesty.
Alright guys, if we do find one, we will of course annotate on the screen some possibilities, but I think in terms of dissecting this small and simple portion of text, this is all we can get for now. So if there's anything we've missed, of course comment down below, let us know also. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?